Breaking news, coat hanger sales up 120% since the overturn of the...
Coming to you from one of the most resourceful, independent, and badass generations of all time. Welcome to the Gen X Brothers Podcast.
Hey, what's up, my abortion-fighting feminists? Keep up the fight.
I should have been aborted.
Since we weren't aborted, we're here to help you in the fight against the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I could have been aborted and not even known it. I don't remember anything up until 4 years old. I think it was my first memory of anything. So if I would have been aborted, how do you even know you're aborted or not? Like, why is it considered murdered if you don't even know you're being poked at?
What's the big deal? Yeah, get rid of a few of these babies, man. There's too many babies in this world anyway.
Still stand by my statement that abortion should be legal up until the age of 13. 13 is when
I say it's better to have it done by a medical professional than just have it end up in a dumpster. So because that's where it's going to end up. There's going to be a lot of dumpster babies out there.
A lot of dumpster babies.
If they get rid of abortion. So
attack of the dumpster babies.
But it is crazy. Like, Eric, did you see all that? Like, that obviously it was a leak. Obviously somebody from the Supreme Court leaked it because they knew the shit was going to happen. It was a last stitch effort.
I knew it was. It was that new black lady they got. The black lady.
Oh,
See, should have never got a black lady as a Supreme Court justice.
She leaked that shit.
And a liberal.
Yeah, it probably was somebody on the other side, like a liberal or one of the ones that happened to leak it.
Yeah, because aren't the judges supposed to be like biased, or not biased, but a non-biased when it comes to the political party, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to just uphold the law as it's written. But there's many interpretations for the law. Nobody's completely fucking biased. Nobody's completely void of political shit.
So this whole thing about there's pro-choice versus pro-life. You know, obviously I always make the point that, all these pro-lifers are all of a sudden pro-choice when it comes to masks and mandates of vaccines. And, the pro-lifers, they turn pro-choice when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my body. Don't fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah. And also I'm thinking, well, what about the people who are pro-choice? I'm pro-choice, and I think a woman should have a choice for everything. I think they should even have the choice to sell their own bodies for money and not have to go to jail for it, But,
the difference between pro-choice and pro-life is telling somebody else what they should or should not do. Pro-choice is saying everybody should make up their own fucking mind and stay out of everybody else's business and let them make their own choice.
Now, one of the arguments is that if the court does overturn it, that it's supposed to be a good thing because it's going to allow the states to decide. Well, that's not a good thing because now you're going to have states that are just going to, if they don't want you to have an abortion, you're going to be able to not have an abortion.
Well, the problem is you have places like Kentucky and Mississippi, and those places are very religious and very anti-abortion. I have a very simple solution to this whole situation, and this is the way it should be, and everybody should spread this word. If you live in a state that bans abortion, you should immediately move away. You should immediately move to a state who does allow it. Don't give them your tax dollars anymore. Don't allow them to get any revenue from you.
Yeah, hit them in the pocketbook.
Any state like California or New York should refuse to give money to a state that is anti-abortion. Because Kentucky is completely dependent upon New York and California for their welfare and their, adoptions, people who are in foster care. California and New York are the ones that are paying for that. So why are we going to pay for them if they're not going to allow people to make their own choices?
And just imagine, too, it's also going to cause a big upheave in hospital visits, because women are going to probably be finding other ways to abort a baby that they can't take care of or whatever. And it's going to be dangerous, and hospital is going to drive healthcare costs up. And it's just so stupid.
Okay, this is what doesn't make sense to me. Again, like you said with the whole vaccination thing, they're more than happy to say, it's my body, I should be able to make my own choice. And then other people will argue and say, but it's the baby. The baby can't make their own choice. You're making a choice for a life and a baby. But let me tell you this when it comes to religious beliefs. If you have a child that's, let's say, 5 years old, right, and you're very into religion and you're waiting for God, let's say that 5-year-old cat gets cancer and they're going to die of cancer unless they get chemotherapy or a simple procedure that will cure it. There is cure for certain types of cancer. let's say you can cure that 5-year-old, but because those parents believe in religion so much that they think God is going to cure them, they are then allowed to refuse service to that child, and that child will die because God obviously isn't going to save him because he doesn't exist. Duh.
Yeah.
So why is that perfectly legal, but a woman doesn't have the right to make her own choice? And then that's when the Satanic Church comes into play, which I love, the Satanic Temple.
Yes, which I'm
because
a member
they
of.
say that if you join the Satanic Temple under their religious rites, you can make your own choice as to how you choose and treat your own body. So at least somebody, the demons, the hellhounds, the evil people of the world supposedly are the ones that are going to save everybody who are in crisis. So, so we salute you, the Satanic Temple.
Yes,
keep up the good work.
I'm a card carrying member, but I don't participate in any of the protests because I'm too lazy to get out there and shout it out, shout at the devil.
You should be taking your Baphomet banner and flying it around, Eric.
Yes.
You know, like those guys with the Trumper trucks, and they have those fucking big ass Biden or Go Brandon flags and Trump flags. We should get giant satanic ones and a giant Baphomet and just fly them around on our little mini cars.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
In our electric Teslas and shit, and just.
So what about when the woman has this? Okay, let's say you're a woman, find out you and your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, you find out you're pregnant. You know, this is, and do you think he has as much right to a choice whether she decides as well? Because that's going to be his baby as well. You know, like what if she wants to get the abortion? I think he has some
choice. In my opinion, I think he has some choice. Right. He should be part of the decision making, but ultimately, if it's your body, you should decide what you do with it. You know, that's because you're the one that's going to have to give birth to the thing. The female is the one that's going to have to push it out. They're going to have to ultimately take care of it. If the guy can just go, okay, now that the baby's out, fuck you, I'm out of here. She's still responsible for that baby. So it's up to her to ultimately make that decision. And I think that's the way it should be.
Breaking news. Coat hanger sales up 120% overturned.
Brand new stainless steel coat hangers. Half price.
On sale now.
Or actually, because of supply chain issues, they've gone up 300%. Now you got to pay $40 for one stainless steel coat hanger.
That's what's going to happen if SCOTUS overturns the Roe versus Wade. So who is Roe and who's Wade? So it looks like Wade's going to win this.
So Roe was the person who was, I think back in the 70s, she was sexually assaulted, gang raped, or some shit like that. And then it turns out I was watching this one video where it was all a lie, that she made it all up. So I don't know what the truth is, because they actually had her on video later on saying, no, I wasn't raped. I made it up. I was an alcoholic and I wanted attention or something. Like, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the whole story, but I didn't know that. I didn't know turns out she was just a drunken whore.
Yeah. Drunken whore, man. But she created
But then again, maybe she's lying about that. Maybe some religious guy got a hold of her and told her to reverse lie and say, no, say you made it all up. You know, who knows?
I think that was one of the theories. I think I remember hearing about that.
Just so that way they could throw a wrench into the whole mess. So either way, it doesn't matter who the individual is. It's to protect every woman on this planet or every woman in this country. That's also the whole idea.
Yeah, it's also to protect society from little serial killers growing up and killing people.
That is true. Yes.
You're going to be born into a family that doesn't want you, and you're going to be shifted into the foster care world left and right, and then.
I think that judge even said the Supreme Court judge, the Barrett lady, the one with looks like she's got a stick up her ass.
Yeah.
And she's got like 10 adopted children or something, like some weird shit like that. But she was like, oh, you should just be able to give your baby away anywhere and it'll be taken care of in the foster system without getting in trouble. And it's like, isn't that the same abuse as killing a baby? Like, what's the difference? If you're just going to drop a baby off, you know damn well they're going to shame the shit out of those people.
Yeah.
Why did you leave your baby here? We got DNA on you. You know, it's like, you can't win.
Exactly. Yeah, I just think it's going to cause a big old mess. Well, like I said, before the abortions when they were illegal before in the past, whatever. I mean, didn't that cause like a lot of women to harm themselves with the coat hangers? Or
like I said, they would give birth and they would just throw it in a dumpster. And that's worse. I mean, you would rather get rid of the baby when it's only like, 6 weeks in the womb rather than fucking, throwing it away. And that's torture right there.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it's not for us to say realistically. It's for a woman to make her own choice. That's the bottom line. Just like you dipshits out there that have the choice to choose whether you get the vaccine or not, that you guys are fucking fighting for. Because I defend you on that. I think you have a right to whether you want to get the vaccine or not. You don't have a right to enter businesses if you're not vaccinated, but you still have the right to either get it or not.
They're coming after women's rights. Next, they'll be coming after us guys who we just won't be able to masturbate because we're killing babies.
Yeah.
That's how far they'll take it.
Well, that's what they're saying is that they're saying this is just the first step of the Supreme Court now that it's stacked in that on the right, that they're going to come after gay marriage. They're going to come after all the things that, we hold dear, the rights of human rights of people.
Even our medal, even our right to rock.
And then when they take away our right to porn, then that's when we're really going to get fucking pissed.
That's when I'm storming that fucking place, man. I'm storming the freaking Capitol. That's what I understand. It's like a lot of people who are pro them overturning this, obviously the pro-lifers or whatever. And a lot of it's because they don't want the federal government involved in making decisions for people. That should be the states, right? Well, then if you put it in charge of the states, well, then you're giving those governors of those states to be in charge of your life. And so
it's the same thing.
Sense. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. Why even vote? Why are we voting for politicians or even government or congressmen? Why, if we're not even going to freaking let them at least do something?
It's a lot easier for those religious nut jobs to put somebody in their state as the leader because, there's a lot of dipshits, as opposed to the whole country agreeing on a world leader or, for the whole country. So
fuck religion, man. Fuck religion.
Yes, absolutely, man. Religion is the root of all evil right there, man.
Yeah.
Fucking A. We need to have a whole show on religion, but if we get into that, we're going to fucking piss a lot of people off. That's for sure. All right. Well, that is our show. Tell your friends about us. Go on YouTube and share our videos. Share them on Facebook. Share them on Twitter or anywhere else.
Share them with that baby that's in your belly you're about to abort. Before you abort it. Put the speaker up to the belly.
Let them hear something cool before they die.
Before you pump.
Damn, we're sick. We're going to get in trouble.
Coat hangers. Free coat hangers. Got one right here. Can you use
That's
a
plastic, Eric. That won't work.
It breaks it.
That'll break. Not no Dollar Tree. I know you get your sleep aids from the Dollar Tree. You can't be getting no Dollar Tree coat hangers.
Ooh.
Hey, look, it's Eric. He's being aborted.
Yeah.
Are you catching fish or getting rid of a baby?
That's how you abort a human. Ah! That's probably what it's like for when you're a baby getting aborted with a hammer. That's why it's murder. That's probably
if you grab on, you can come out early. You know,
right.
Just grab onto that shit and
Man.
wiggle your way out. But
Here I am.
Going to be a lot of people that hating us. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you listening to us. We will talk to you next week.
Horns up and peace out.